everybody, it's Catherine from In the Pink Designs. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. All the products that I use today you can buy from Stampin' Up! Through me at the address at the top of the screen. My project today is this little window box with chocolate Santas inside. The chocolate Santas are the Russell Stover solid milk chocolates. I got this pack at Walmart, and there's 40 of them in here, and this holds 5. So you could get, what's that, 8? I think so. Remember my times tables. So it opens in the back just like this, and the little guys slide out from there. The box measures 4 1/4 by 2 1/4 by 1/2. Now they could go down to 3/8 on each, on the height and the width, but it's just too hard to work to make a box with 3/8. You can do it, but it's really kind of rough. So I made it by the 1/2 inch. Now what I did here is I folded a piece of cardstock and I put it in, and that helps them if you don't like them moving, so they stay pretty secure in there. But if you don't mind, it's fine too, whatever you like. All right. I just want to talk about the joining bonus that's happening just till the end of November. If you join my team, you pay $75 for $125 worth of product, which is $50 free, plus free shipping, which is probably another $15, unless you want it express. You'll get a sneak peek at the new catalog, the mini that's coming out in January. You'll get to order early from that. You can order your die cutting machine. You get to pick whatever it is to squeeze into that $125, and then you will get 20% off for 3 months. If you don't want to do it, then you just let it go. Okay, so if you have any questions about that, you can contact me below. Alrighty, so I used the Be Jolly stamp set, the rectangle stitch dies for the windows, and the Gingerbread and Peppermint DSP. Alrighty, so let me show you what else we need here. Oh, do you want me to bring that a little closer so you can see? We got a little bird over here. All right, so we need a piece of old olive cardstock that is 10 by 3 3/4. You get 2 of these out of each piece of cardstock. The 1 inch that we cut off, we need for the sentiment to stamp that and cut that out. We need a window sheet that is 4 by 2 1/8. We need 2 pieces of the Gingerbread and Peppermint Designer Series paper that are 4 by 2. And we need some basic white for stamping. All right, so first let's do our scoring. I'm going to get my Simply Scored, and we're going to score on the 10-inch side first. We're going to score at 1/2, 4 3/4, 5 1/4, and 9 1/2. We're going to turn it to the 3 3/4 side, and we're going to score at 1/2, 2 3/4, and 3 1/4. Right, and that's that. Now I'm just going to fold and burnish all the score lines. Okay, now we have 2 1/2-inch skinny rectangles at the top, 1 at the bottom, and 1 on each side. Okay, so make sure that the ones that have 2 strips are at the top. And this is what we're going to do. All right, we're going to take away this square, these 2 squares, and all of this and this square. All right, so I will do it slowly. We're going to start on the left-hand side at the skinny rectangle that's on the left. We're going to go to the first score line here and cut it to the first score line, and then wedge a little bit off of each side of the square. We're going to go down to the next score line, cut it straight. Whoops, did it a little too far on this one. Oopsie. Go to the other side of the square and cut that straight, and then we're going to wedge a little bit out of each side of the square. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Hopefully it won't matter, but I just got a big chunk out of there I shouldn't have. That's all right, we'll make it work. Mistakes happen, right? Go to the other side of this long rectangle, and we're going to cut it straight, and then we're going to get rid of this square and wedge a little bit up into the piece above it. Okay? Alrighty. Now we're going to turn it 180, and we're going to start on the bottom left. Okay? What we're going to do is we're going to go over 1, 2 score lines and cut up 2 score lines. And then we're going to take everything off on the left-hand side up to where we just cut, okay? All right. Okay, now move to the other side of these double squares. Cut it straight to the second score line, and we're going to get rid of that bottom square and then wedge a little piece out of both sides of the remaining square. Okay, move to the other side of these 2 skinny rectangles. Cut the side of the rectangle straight. We're going to get rid of the lower square and wedge a little bit out of each side of the square that's left. Okay, so that's the cutting that's done. Now I'm going to square round the both sides. Oh goodness, I guess that. Both corners of the flat, which is the top skinny rectangle on the 2 of them. Okay. All right. Now we have to adhere one of our pieces of DSP. And they are, you need 2 of them, one for the front and one for the back, that are 4 by 2. And you want to not put too much glue, just put enough to make it stick. You don't want it thick, is what I'm trying to say. I'm going to put this on here. Should be approximately 1/8 of an inch all around. Okay. I'm going to let that dry a minute before we do our die cutting. Now I'm going to get that little piece. It's just a 1 by 3 3/4, but it can be a scrap. It happens to be the scrap on the bottom of this strip of cardstock. And we're going to get some Tuxedo Black Ink, and we're going to get from this stamp set the sentiment "A Merry Hello." I'm just going to pop it right in the middle there. See, it's crooked, but that's all right. And then we're going to get this square from the rectangle stitch dies, and this one is about, it's a little over 2 3/4 by 1 1/2. All right, and we're going to put this in the middle of our DSP here. Just try to make it even on both sides. And then I'm just going to put some low-tack tape on it. Okay, and then for the Merry Hello, I'm going to use this one from the same die set. And this one is about 2 1/2 by 1/2. And I'm just going to put this so that the beginning of the sentiment is towards the left. There's a little bit of room over here. And then I'm going to tape that down. All right, and now I'm going to run these both through the machine. You don't have to fold anything for this because it's skinnier than the 6 inches. All right, and now we have our little sentiment that we'll put to the side. And the window cut in the front of our box. I think I did it a tiny bit crooked, but it's okay. No big deal. And then we have this piece left over that you can use for another project. All right, now we want to flip it over and we need our window sheet. Now it's quite a bit bigger because I want to use my Stampin' Seal Plus. And I'm going to use my mat. I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal mat, and I'm going to make sure that I put the Stampin' Seal Plus maybe even a little bit hanging over, and then just roll it back because I don't want any exposed. I don't want to go down to where it will show in the window, but I also don't want any sticking up that the little chocolates will stick to. So I'm just going to go, oops, this might be a problem. I didn't pay attention to my own. Let's see. Oh, that'll be fine. All right. And then I'm just going to stick it right onto there. And then nothing will leak out, so we're really good. Okay. All right, and you could use glue dots if you wanted to, but I felt this was a better seal around since it was such a long thing. Okay, now we can put this together, and we can actually use our Stampin' Seal on this too. So I'm going to put one. You can use tear and tape if you like, right up to the on this skinny rectangle. What's right up next to the score line is what I'm trying to say. And then this is really close, but what you can do is just bend the other side over to meet it. We want this to go, sorry, right on top. Meet it on the edge. There we go. All right, and then we have the bottom of our box. So we're going to, this is the back, we're going to put down the sides and the back, and we want to put our adhesive right on this, as close to the edge as you can get it. See, it's pretty hard. I have a hard time directing my Stampin' Seal. That's why most of the time, if it's on a project like this, I will use tear and tape. But it's just really good if you're not confined to a little spot. All right. And then we're just going to, just being honest, I'm telling you I like tear and tape better. Okay, now we're going to take our other piece of DSP that is 4x2, and I'm going to put it on the back. Okay, and then since this is long, there's no big deal of scratching in your small hole punch and just taking a little finger grip out. All right, now I'm going to get my 5 little Santas. Oh, there's the tie. All right, I'm just going to put them in there. And then we're just going to close it. And that's the box. Really not too hard. But I do recommend for the actual putting the box together, I recommend tear and tape because it's close. But for the window sheet, the Stampin' Seal Plus made it much easier. All right, now we're going to do some more stamping. We need our basic white and our Tuxedo Black. And we're going to be using the little Christmas tree. And the little bird. Nope. Oh yeah, it does double it. Does it? It must be just my... Is it my hands? No, it's a little bit of a double image on a little bit of it. Yeah, on the back of the hat there, I thought I made an error, but it's just the stamp. Okay. Now we need a few Stampin' Blends. And first I'm going to do the Christmas balls with dark real red. Okay, and then the stars and this different shape ornament I'm going to do with dark Daffodil Delight. And with the dark Daffodil Delight, I'm going to do the beak on the birdie. All right, also with real red, I'm going to do the fabric of the hat. Okay, now with light real red, I'm going to do the bird. We'll make this a cardinal. All right, and now we're going to use light and dark Old Olive, and I'm going to just trace the outsides of the tree in the dark Old Olive. Okay, and then I'm just going to color it in with light Old Olive. Okay, and then for the trunk, I'm using light and dark Cinnamon Cider, and I'm going to go all around the trunk with the dark, and then the lines, just doesn't have to be neat. And then I'm just going to color in what's missing with light Cinnamon Cider. Okay. And that's it for the coloring. Okay, now I'm just going to fussy cut them out. Alrighty. Now I'm just going to put my tree over here with regular dimensionals. I'm going to put it on the left side, just covering half of the half of it is on over the window. All right, now I'm going to take my Stampin' Seal again, which is perfect for this, and I'm going to put it on my sentiment. Roll back anything I missed. Okay. And then I'm going to put it right in the bottom corner with about 1/8 of an inch on the bottom and the side. And then I don't have to worry about the glue getting all up on the window. All right, and then I'm going to put 2 mini dimensionals on the bird. One towards the head. There you can see that. A little bit farther down on the bird. And one kind of right next to it towards the tail. You could probably get away with just one, but I wanted to put 2 for good measure, which is the way I usually do everything. Overkill. Alrighty. And then we're just going to put it right next to the end of the words and at the end of the sentiment bar. Okay, and for the final touch, all I'm going to do is just add a little bit of Wink of Stella to the ornaments and the bird's hat. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this today. If you have any questions, you can contact me. My email is below. My blog is linked below, which will have all the measurements and the link to shop at my Stampin' Up store, and also there'll be a link to join if you'd like to join my team as a demonstrator. Maybe for just the deal, or if you'd like to hang around a while. All right, I will see you next time. Have a great day. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.